Hey everyone, today we're going to be checking out the Switchblade backpack from Eberlestock, which might be one of the most underrated backpacks that I've checked out as of late. I've seen ads for this bag over the past couple of years and I was always curious about it, but finally got a chance to get hands-on with it over the past couple of weeks, and I have to say that I'm really shocked that I haven't heard more about this bag because it's been really impressive so far. So very excited to be kicking off the new year with such a great EDC backpack. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what it's been like to use it, show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, the bag has a pretty functional and slightly tactical vibe. You have webbing and attachment points along the exterior, plenty of pocketing, so it's not the most minimal bag per se, but it still feels like something that's gonna work well in a variety of situations. I would be comfortable using this for exploring a city, traveling, or going into the outdoors, and it is offered in a couple of different colors. The version that I have here is the green version, but they have it in khaki, black, gray, and a few other options, I believe. And then as far as the materials, the bag feels really solidly built. This exterior fabric seems to be a ripstop nylon. It's not listed on the company's site, but you have that ripstop texture here, and it feels similar to some of the other ripstop nylons that I've used in the past. And on the bottom, you have kind of this reinforced fabric as well. So definitely feels like something that's gonna hold up well to rougher usage. The webbing also feels really sturdy. And then you have the very smooth working and reliable YKK zippers all throughout. And then continuing along the outside of the bag, I was happy to see that you do have two external water bottle pockets. These offer a nice amount of capacity and elasticity. You have these bungee cords that help secure them when they're not in use. And then I was able to store my 26-ounce Yeti Rambler pretty comfortably. I don't know if anything much larger would fit, particularly with the height. You can see that it's not the tallest compartment per se, but gets the job done for the Rambler and other similar sized water bottles. And then of course, like I was saying, you can tighten it up when it's not in use, tuck that away. So great to see the versatility that's been provided there. And then on the front, sides, and top of the bag, you have a couple of rows of webbing, and I really like the type of webbing that's been used here. It's not quite as tactical looking as traditional MOLLE in my opinion. You have this slimmer webbing that still provides the ability to attach various accessories and pouches if you want to. So I think that this makes a lot of sense. I like the way that this looks, and it's still very functional. On the front, you also have a Velcro area for morale patches or customization, as well as the Eberlestock name here. But it's pretty subtle. It's the same color as the color of the bag, so it manages to blend in pretty nicely. And then you have an excellent handle at the top to be able to pick the bag up off the ground or to hold it when you're not wearing it on your shoulders. This is well cushioned, offers a nice amount of distance without, being super prominent. So I think that they struck a really good balance there. And then as far as standing, the bag can stand on its own, but because of the shape, it can tend to lean forward a little bit, and as the weight shifts, it can tip over. So for the most part, I've been leaning this against the wall to prevent that. Moving into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 29 liters, so it's a pretty spacious bag, maybe a little bit on the larger end as far as everyday carry, but a very versatile size that's gonna give you some extra space for longer days, or if you want to use this for minimal travel. It's a little bit taller, so that's something that you want to keep in mind depending on your height, but on the whole, it never feels like it gets overwhelmingly bulky, which I think still makes it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying onto a variety of domestic and international airlines. Continuing with the harness system, this is one of the areas of the bag that I was most impressed with. Definitely the type of harness that I normally like to use. You have a nice amount of padding on the straps, really good cushioning on the inside. You have a breathable material, and then the straps have a great width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. You also have the load lifters at the top to help you, pull that weight closer to your back. Some D-rings on the strap to allow you to hang additional accessories, a couple of Hypalon attachment points here, an adjustable and removable sternum strap, and you do have the ability to add a waist belt to this. It's not included with the bag, but you do have this slot here at the bottom that you can add if you, feel like you're gonna be carrying a ton of weight and you want that extra bit of help. And then as far as the back paneling, this has also felt really comfortable. Great padding here, very robust. You have the same level of breathability that we saw on the shoulder straps, and it's just super well distributed. I like that you have this deep air channel here to provide you with plenty of airflow while you're walking around throughout the day. And then another nice aspect about this harness is that it is adjustable, so you can release this Velcro here and then adjust the height to a couple of different levels that they have. So that's gonna be great to allow you to really configure this in the way that's gonna be best for your height. And on the back panel, you also have these slots here that have these magnetic closures, and this is meant to be a very quick access section if you want to use this for concealed carry. So you have this hook and loop backing here, so that you can configure it with a variety of pouches if you want to, and you can access this from either side. And so because of those magnets, it's very quick to get in and out from either direction if you want to. But one of the cool things that I liked about this is that it can also work as a luggage pass-through. It's a little bit tight, so it'll depend on the type of suitcase that you had, but I was able to kind of wiggle this on and then just use this on my roller bag when I didn't want to wear it on my back. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a nice variety of pockets all throughout. Starting off at the top, you have an excellent quick access pocket with plenty of space. This is one of those things that reminded me a little bit of the Carryology Dragon because of that large area here that's just super flexible. You can store a ton of different types of items. At the moment, I have my bulkier sunglasses case in there, no problem. I have a headlamp, a Tom bin, ghost well pouch, and then you also have a really nice organizational layout inside of the bag if you're somebody who prefers to have a pocket for individual items. And so you have a couple of pen slots here in the middle, have a bolt action pen in there at the moment. And then you have some slip pockets that are secured with these elastic bands. And so these offer a nice bit of space. I have my nail clipper set there, and then I have my AirPods in another one of these. Then you have slightly larger slip pockets behind those. And here I have my charging cable for my phone, my tablet, and then I have an Apple Magic Mouse on the other side. So you can see here one layer that's pretty spacious, and then that front compartment, and then all the way on the back you have one more larger slip pocket where I just have a deck of playing cards and a packable blanket from Matador. And even with all of those items in there, I still had plenty of leftover space if I wanted to store something else. So definitely one of my favorite styles of quick access pocket here. And then on the front of the bag, you have another zippered quick access pocket that's vertically oriented, so you can swing the bag around and access this pocket without taking it all the way off. I like that you have the zipper garage. And then this offers a good amount of space as well. At the moment, the only thing I have here is my alpaca admin pouch. So nice that this has enough volume to handle something like that. And it's not a super flat pocket. There's no internal organization, so this will be great for something a little taller. If you put smaller items in here, they will fall towards the bottom, but really like the amount of space that's offered there. Then you have zippered pockets on each side, which was great to see. And these are pretty tall, so this will be able to handle something like an umbrella or another variety of taller accessories. But at the moment, I'm just using this for my USB-C hub along with a couple of cables. And as you're using these are close to the water bottle pocket, so you'll have to, kind of keep that in mind depending on the types of items that you're storing. And then on the other side, you have the same type of pocket, similar amount of space. It's a taller pocket, so another good spot to store something like an umbrella or other taller object that you want to get to quickly. I really like the ambidextrous nature of so much of this bag, with having the pockets on each side, the water bottle pockets on each side. And then moving into the main compartment, you have a really nice zipper here that you can either use as a top loader, so you can just open it up a little bit and reach in from the top to grab whatever you need. You can also open it from one side if you don't want to open it all the way up and reach, a particular section of the bag. But to give yourself the most visibility, you can open it all the way clamshell style, which is great to see, just to be able to pack everything out easily, see everything. And so I'm always a fan of this style of bag with my modular layout. And then, jumping into the items that I have here, again, 29 liters of capacity. I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones. I have the Lockbee pouch that I've been using a lot recently. I have packable rain jacket, my DJI Mavic Mini with its hard shell case. I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch 1 liter, and then I also have the Civic Access pouch 2 liter. And at the bottom, this one fell all the way down there, the Evergood Civic Access pouch 1/2 liter. So I have the whole family of the Civic Access pouch. And then with the simple layout that you have here, you can see this would easily be able to work for minimal travel. If I wanted to toss in a packing cube, my dot kit, an extra pair of shoes, this is definitely a bag that I could use for a longer weekend trip. And on the inside, you have some more organization that's built in. So a slip pocket down near the bottom, which I didn't end up using because of all the other items that I had on the bag. Another kind of larger slip pocket here on the side. It does go all the way down, so gonna give you a nice bit of flexibility with what you can store. At the moment, I just have a USB-C cable and a portable battery. And then on the other side, you have a couple of additional slip pockets that are gonna be great for EDC type accessories. So here, I have a flashlight, I have a Leatherman multi-tool, and there was one more, 3 slots here. And on the back of the main area, you have some additional rows of webbing that have Velcro on them as well. So more options for configuration, for attaching items. And then you have a couple of sleeves here. I like that there's a dedicated sleeve that I could use for my tablet. I have my iPad mini in here. You can see that that fits in there comfortably. This could handle a larger tablet, a notebook, and this is a pretty rigid, well padded sleeve. Same for the larger sleeve on the back, which is currently housing my 14-inch MacBook Pro. I like that these are properly suspended off the bottom of the ground, so I can drop these in and they're not gonna be getting hit on the bottom, which I really love. Plenty of space here for a larger laptop. 16-incher should fit very comfortably. I like that you have a soft lining on the back and very easy to get your device in and out. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. I know that this compartment may also be used to hold, various types of rifles. You can collapse the stock, maybe toss them in here, or at least in this main area because of the height. It should be able to handle that. This is also hydration bladder compatible. You have this attachment here at the top as well as a pass-through for the main area. So lots of different ways that you can use this, but for my main use case, which is for carrying my laptop with my other gear, it does a great job of making me feel like it's well protected. And then on the other side of the main compartment on the lid, you have some additional hook and loop backing here so you can pair it with patches and pouches that you can tear away if you want to. And at the top, you have some additional rows of webbing that you can use to clip on accessories or pair with a pouch like I did. At the moment, I have the Tombin handy little thing pouch attached here, and I like having it there with the webbing that's provided because I can close this up if I'm not using it clamshell style. And when I open the bag just as a top loader, that flap comes over, and then because of the orientation here, I'm able to access my stuff without having to really worry about everything else. So really love the flexibility that has been provided in this main area to just set everything up in the way that's gonna work best for your particular loadout. And with the space that's offered, you get a ton of different options with the stuff that you can carry. So very impressed with the overall design and how well thought out everything is. And if you're looking for a bag that can handle pretty much any loadout and that's gonna give you a ton of comfort, this can be an excellent option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Switchblade backpack over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase this on the company's site or on Amazon for about $230, so definitely a bit of an investment. You are, however, getting a very solidly built bag with a nice feature set that's going to compare well against some of the other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, one of the first bags this made me think of is the Mystery Ranch in Carryology Dragon 2.0, which is one of my favorite bags of 2024. It has a pretty similar layout to this as far as having the full opening so that you can easily load everything out. Top quick access pocket, dual external water bottle pockets, adjustable and comfortable harness system. That one is going to come in at a slightly higher price point due to the limited edition nature of the bag as well as some of the fabrics that were used. It has the stick it accessory on the front, which you can add or remove to give you a little bit more versatility with some of the things that you can carry with you. And so, if those are the types of things that you're looking for, if you're a fan of Mystery Ranch and Carryology, then that's going to be an excellent option to consider. The next bag this made me think of is the 511 Rush 12, which like this one has a little bit more of a tactical aesthetic. Lots of moly webbing along the front, along the sides, so you can configure it with pouches or attach additional accessories. Pretty solid build quality. It's got a nice organizational layout, clamshell style opening, padded laptop sleeve on the inside. That one doesn't have the dual external water bottle pockets or the adjustable harness, but still just a really kind of well-rounded bag at 24 liters. It's not quite as large as this one, but it can still hold a good amount. So, if you're looking for something with this type of a vibe that's also gonna come in at a slightly lower price point, then that's gonna be one of the best options to keep an eye on. Another bag this made me think of is the Evergood CTB26, which, as I've mentioned many times, is one of my all-time favorite bags. Absolutely love the organizational layout on that one. Clamshell style opening, pretty comfortable harness system. Maybe not quite as comfortable as the one on the Switchblade backpack, but it still gets the job done. Luggage pass-through, well padded, suspended laptop compartment. I really love the more minimal crossover aesthetic. The 26-liter capacity is really versatile for minimal travel or for a slightly larger EDC bag. Very solid build quality, and so if you're looking for something that's just going to give you a great organizational layout and a slightly more subdued aesthetic, that's going to be an excellent option to consider. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Addex 25-liter backpack from Vanquest, which is a really solid everyday carry bag with a nice organizational layout, great build quality, and it also has a more subdued kind of gray man aesthetic, very comfortable harness system, well padded, dedicated laptop area, and so just checking off a lot of the boxes for what I normally look for out of an EDC backpack. Pretty similar price point to this. It's also got a top loading layout versus the more clamshell kind of layout that this one has, and so if that's more the style of bag that you prefer to use, then that's gonna be one of the best options to keep in mind. With that being said, the Switchblade backpack holds up very well against all those options and has been one of the most impressive bags that I've had a chance to test out over the past few months. Really excited to use this more in the new year, and if you're looking for a comfortable, versatile kind of all-purpose bag, this is going to be an excellent option to consider. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the Switchblade backpack and how it compares to some of the other popular EDC bags that are currently on the market. And if there's any similar options that you think that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company for sending the bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.